I personally would not have made that play, seeing as there's probably a bunch of camping TDs. And they were able to stop and juke the Sheridan. Really great result there. Put 2 shells in, and then put 3 shells in, and now he's 79 HP. Alright, hey guys, Warm here again. And today I wanted to talk about the potential reward tanks that you can get from doing the battle pass. If you play free to play, you're able to get one of the tier 9 battle pass tanks, the Char Futur 4, the AE phase 1, or the Object 777 or something like that. A bunch of 7s in that name. This is a video about the Char Futur 4 and maybe some tips I can give you on which tank to actually choose and why I enjoy the Char Futur 4. I had a huge, this is part of one of my marking sessions where I tried to 2-mark this, and it was a very big pain in my backside to try to mark this tank. I believe the requirements to 2-mark it was it's like 3.1 thousand total damage and assistance. For some reason I would get very close and I wasn't able to break through, and so this is one of my better games that I had. I still haven't been able to get an ace tanker in this tank, but I still nevertheless really enjoy it. And I initially on Red Shire I really like going to this position. I think it's very powerful to get initial spots, and I actually was spotted there. I was gonna say I was very surprised if I wouldn't get spotted there. But yeah, the Char Futur 4, how I would describe it. I describe this tank as a sniping, like a Leopard PTA that has really good DPM for about 12 seconds, since the ender clip is 4 seconds, and then after the first shot you'll fire 3, so 3 times 4 is 12 seconds. So you have really great DPM for that amount of time, but I wouldn't consider this really like an autoloader. This tank more behaves like a sniping single fire gun that has the capability of dishing out a lot of damage quickly, but really is not in the traditional sense of a autoloader. So at the beginning, right at the beginning of this game, we're able to get all four of our shells in a perfect clip into some tier 8 heavies, or TDs, sorry. T28 prototypes essentially behave like heavies, but they're classed as TDs. But I take that time to fall back a little bit and reassess the situation. One of the reasons why I really enjoy playing these autoloaders is that you're able to reassess the situation once you hit that reload button. So that gives you some time to think about what your next move is, and allows you to play better. At least allows me to play better. So we're just shooting at these guys in the middle here. I'm gonna pause the replay. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, we're shooting at these guys in the middle here, trying to create a crossfire. The enemies are being very aggressive on this side, seeing as we have won the 9-0 line. And unfortunately missed a shot on the WZ there. And I think we missed another shot. Unfortunately didn't give enough lead, and our artillery looks like he's going to, unfortunately he's going to die. Really, I mean, we probably should have had that covered, but also the artillery should probably not have gone over there. The artillery kind of needs to be aware of where his teammates are and be in a position that is relatively more safe than that, like where the bat shed is. It's definitely a more safe location, especially since our team sent more of our forces to the 9-0. So that's something I guess artillery players need to be aware of. And here we're just trying to find opportunities again to shoot. We don't want to leave this flank if we can. And that's one great thing about the Char Future 4 is you can get some crazy miracle bounces, and there we go. We're able to finish off a tier A medium tank and effectively win this side or hold this side, and our allies were able to clean up this 9-0 line. So another great victory here. That's one of the great things about the Char, is the ability to snipe and lay down some cover fire. This is definitely more of a support tank, and if you enjoy playing mediums, I think you will enjoy playing this tank. I think for those who are more used to the other bat chats or French mediums, I think you might be a little bit disappointed in the burst potential of this tank, since it's not really the same type of brawl, go all in tank. Just like right when I say that, I go all in on this waffle. I'm able to ram him, put a shell in, put another shell into the G-Sor, and get a phenomenal result there. But that is not your typical gameplay in the Char Future 4. That's what I will say. I guess like some of the benefits or the pros to this tank is obviously the autoloader. You get well, this is the case for all of the tier 9 reward tanks, is you get a free unlimited use repair pack that gets automatically resupplied. And another benefit is the mobility. Obviously it's a medium tank with actually some decent armor, so you're able to actually do really well with that in regards to that. And here's the post-game stats. Sorry about that, just had to get a little transition action there. For a high caliber first class, I still haven't been able to ace this tank. People are just having some crazy results in this tank, but 4,500 damage, 1,300 base experience, pretty phenomenal result here. 15 shots fired, 13 hits, 12 penetrations. Another great thing, a very positive thing, is the penetration on the standard rounds is really good. It's like 265, I think, or maybe almost 270, which is phenomenal. Like, you have tier 10s who don't even have that kind of penetration. And so the APCR, you can really just fire all APCR and still be really competitive. We're able to get a bit of assistance by taking the early position, and we're able to net 42,000 credits. It's not, what I will reiterate is, it's a reward tank. It's not a premium tank, so you're not going to earn any bonus credits. So that's one thing to note. But because you're able to get that free repair kit, you might want to lean towards more of a heavy, since your heavy tank will be more likely to use those repair kits more often. So that's one thing that I would say is not as big of a positive. Maybe you want to go with the AE phase 1 or the object. I think the things that I would consider, hold on, let me just start all right. Yeah, that's the result here. Let's get into another game. All right, guys, second game here, and this is actually a tier 10 game, and I wanted to continue with what I was talking about earlier. Is I think the first thing I would consider is what kind of tanks. Well, what's your play style, right? If you're more of a heavy tank player, I'd recommend getting a heavy, obviously, for the reward. So AE phase 1 or object, and then once you've determined what kind of play style you are, you can also consider what kind of tanks you're grinding up and what tanks you want to crew train, right? This is a great crew trainer for the bat chat because it has 3 crew members, the same as the bat chat. So that's one great thing about this tank, is it's a good crew trainer. I think all the other tanks are also really great crew trainers as well. The AE phase 1 if you're going down an American heavy, or if you're going down the Soviet heavies, consider getting the the object 777. I think that's what it is. Since I already have a defender, I don't really need, and I don't really play that many Soviet heavies. I'm not going to go for that, and I really enjoy the medium play style. Also, I love my bat chat. This is my first tier 10 that I ever got, so definitely want to increase the crew or crew train. And I just like the play style of first of all sniping mediums and TDs, as well as like the playstyle of mediums in general. A little bit of brawling that you can do with a little bit of armor that this tank has means that you're able to be a little bit more aggressive than you would in a Batchat 25 AP or the tier 10 Batchat 25T, right? So here we're able to get a nice good shot into the Jagdpanzer E100 at the beginning of the game, and then the T95 is crossing, so we're able to get another good shot into him, another good shot into the T95, and that's 3 for 3. We're just waiting here, seeing if we can get another shot. Fortunately, the Char is not moving forward. There's the Yag again. So now I'm thinking probably hit a reload. Yeah, the Jagdpanzer E100 is going to take a while to move into position, so I might as well take a reload. And now I can assess the map. I think if because I'm going down the improved pass, I'm going to be able to get another tier 9 reward, so I will be going for the AE phase 1, seeing as I think I'll enjoy that playstyle a little bit more. I think that the armor, if you're able to use gun depression on the AE phase 1, is more viable, I guess, even though you do have that big weak spot, the cupola. But I think I'll enjoy that playstyle more. I really enjoy playing my M103 and then also the E5. I actually don't have any tier 10 Soviet tanks, Soviet heavies in my garage. I've actually unlocked all 3 of them, but I haven't had the credits or the I guess the time to actually purchase those tanks. So let me know if you want me to actually buy one of those, and which one do you think I should get. Actually, I don't have the IS-7 unlocked. I have the other 2. I have the Object 705A and the Object 277. I have both those unlocked. So out of those 2, which one would you recommend? Let me know in the comments below. But we're just seeing if we can get a pre-aim, and unfortunately I got a little bit impatient there and moves, and unfortunately I took a shot from the Char as a result. But you know, not a bad result. We're able to take out our opposite number on the enemy team, and we're just sitting here on a reload, just being patient here. Typically in this tank, if I have 3 in the mag, I won't reload just because the reload's so long. It's like 38 seconds. But if I have 2, I might reload, I might not. Essentially, if I think I'm going to shoot within the next 10 seconds or so, I will hold my shell. If I have 1 in the mag, I almost always, if I'm not going to get another shot in the next 5 seconds, I will not, or I will reload. So we're able to spot the T49. We can see that he's a pretty great player. Sorry about that. 63,000 games with 3,000 W8. A very experienced player. So definitely want to keep him lit, seeing if we can influence this battle. We're slightly up on HP, but we're down by 2 tanks here. So and also I don't really like the positioning of our tanks. The entire south flank is wide open, and looks like the T95 on our team is alone against 3 tanks, and we can see that the T49 is actually using the 90mm gun, I believe, and has a few marks on his gun. So again, like, I think most people play it with the derp gun, but the more competitive gun is the faster firing smaller gun. And our FV gets a little bit too impatient and tries to go kill the T49. He does get the T49 killed by somebody else, but I personally would not have made that play, seeing as there's probably a bunch of camping TDs. And they were able to stop and juke the Sheridan. Really great result there. Put 2 shells in, and then put 3 shells in, and now he's 79 HP. And I think he's thinking about coming up, but our Skoda's coming in, and so we're able to get on top of this hill and hopefully offer T95 some support over here. Unfortunately, he's our chieftain is coming this way for some reason. I think he's going to try to climb the hill with us, which is unfortunate because I do not want to poke out and discover where the Jagdpanzer E100 is looking at with an 1100 damage shot to my tank. So here the T95 gets spotted. I believe, did our FV kill him? I'm not sure. Somebody else, I think someone else killed him. It didn't sound like our FV fired there. Now we're going up here, trying to get an angle on the T10. I'm just trying to see if he's gonna poke out or not. But the biggest thing I'm worried about is this Jagdpanzer E100. That's the biggest worry. So right when he gets spotted, I immediately turn to see if I can get a shot. Back up here, I see that it says rear, able to put a shot in. And unfortunately, our Patton got a little bit greedy there. And I see that the FV is pushing around, so I want to create a crossfire here. So I want to get around to this side. And in third person view, I'm able to see that he's looking at me. So obviously I'm not going to poke this. It's not worth it to only do 400 damage and take 1,000, right? So phenomenal result there. We're able to kill him, and you can see that I'm holding on to my 3 shells for that time. But now I know I'm not going to be doing anything for another 30 seconds or so, so I might as well take a reload. And then it's just cleanup now. So really, it was this reload definitely allows you some time to not feel pressure to, you know, put DPM down or shoot. I think in some tanks that have high DPM and low alpha, you really feel like there's a pressure to continuously fire or do damage, or else you feel like you're being useless. But with this tank, I find it's very comforting, and you can really pace yourself to just you know, play patiently and not feel the rush to go in or anything. Just because this tank has a long inter clip or inter shell reload of 4 seconds. Like, you're not gonna really go in. You have to realize that if you go in, you are probably going to take a lot of damage in return. So really, it definitely has a high skill cap to do well in it. But I think for the very experienced players and players who enjoy playing medium tanks will definitely enjoy playing this tank. So here I don't even bother to look at the object, and I actually ram the artillery. And like you see there, Object 907 was able to put in 3 shells into us, right? Or 2 shells into us while we were unloading. So that's one thing to definitely consider. So let's take a look at the post-game stats. Alright guys, here's the end game result. This is a first class, and we also got a Nichols medal for getting 4 kills for 1 tier higher. So it's 3,800 damage for 5 kills and only 786 base experience. I think a lot of that was because other people were spotting what we were shooting. 14 shots fired, 11 hits, and 11 penetrations. So it really goes to show that the penetration's very quite phenomenal on this tank. I think that's another positive reason, or why you might want to choose this tank, is because if you're playing a heavy, you're most likely going to be firing against heavies frontally, and you might need to fire a little bit more premium. Whereas this tank is a medium tank, and you're really going to be, you know, flanking, shooting people, sniping from the back, and shooting people in the sides or rears. So you probably will net more credits, even though this is not a premium tank. It's a reward tank. You still make some decent credits, as the resupply is not too bad. We also got 2,700 assistance, so that's another really great thing about this tank, is you can do a little bit of the spotting roll sometimes. And yeah, that's it for today. Let me know your thoughts on what you're gonna get if you're going up the battle pass. I think you need to get to battle pass 140 to get it for free to play players. And if you want to get your second one, if you're buying the improved, you can get it at that level as well. Okay, and before I go, I want to show you guys first my crew setup or equipment setup. I have improved ventilation, coated optics, and improved rotation mechanism, just for the additional dispersion values. Just because I mean the dispersion is really good, so I want to try to keep that low, and it is a sniper, so that's really important there. I run 20 APCR and 12 heat rounds. The APCR has 264. That's amazing penetration. You don't really need to run that much heat in general. And yeah, as you can see, the repair kit is a standard auto repair kit. So it also has a bonus passive plus 15% to repair speed, which is super useful. That's why I think maybe going with the heavy might be a good choice as well. So you can look forward to seeing a video of that in the future. And then I also wanted to share with you guys this one thing I just noticed in the Hall of Fame. You can go by vehicle, and it looks like I am the 10th best player in May so far. It's only been 15 days in May, but I'm actually the 10th best player in the Char Futur 4 as of this month. So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. You can see your other vehicle ratings. I believe you need to play at least 30 battles or 40 battles to be 30 battles to be considered. So yeah, this is a pretty cool feature. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm out.